reflect back and really think about, how did your childhood shape you? How did your mother and father model security, safety, love, all those things that are so important to our emotional well-being? Today, I just wanted to share with you some really practical tips on how you too can be resourceful. And they don't have to get as resourceful as a lot of us do, most of the population on this earth. But I think it's quite a skill, and I think it's quite ingenious and beautiful if you can take your background, you can take your upbringing, and you can become more resourceful. You can face whatever challenges you are being faced with and still overcome. One of the things that I really encourage you to do is, number one, just accept that it may take longer. It may just take a little bit longer. So, so often in our very fast, want it today, instant gratification society, we want results fast. We want it now. We wanted it yesterday, in our life, in our business, in our relationships. And the truth is, nothing works that way. Nothing works that way. And, if you or I or anyone's dealing with limited resources, just have to accept that it's just going to take a little bit longer, and it's okay. It's okay, right? And you want a life, you want a business, you want a relationship that's built on solid ground and not sand. So really wanting to just take it slow and steady, and that may just include your financial resources. The other thing that I wanted to share is also, one practical tip is, you really want to spend money on the right things. So that's the second practical tip, is spending money on the right things. That people aren't really financially resourceful, not so much because they're not rich and wealthy, but because they spend money on frivolous things, or they spend too much money up front instead of taking advantage of, maybe doing that monthly installment option. How can you ask your parents or somebody when you're so old, like you should be making that money? But you know what? I think that's part of the process. I think that's part of our spiritual path, to really feel into that deep sense, and inner knowing that that you're meant for something else. You're meant for something more. And in order for you, as a practice, to advocate that to the people that know, love, and trust you, you have to be able to advocate that within yourself. And as soon as you do that, whoever you ask, if you are so aligned with your dream, your vision, what it is that you are asking for help or asking to borrow money, that you will find the resources to make it happen. You will find the resources to make it happen. Whatever it is that you want to cultivate in your life, whether it is a business, whether it is a moving somewhere completely new, different, whether it's certain something to decorate your home, or maybe it is a home, you need money for down payment, I don't know, whatever it is. As soon as you start to move forward, as soon as you make a decision like, I want this, this is fully aligned with who I am, and my dream of what I want, the universe will start to move with you. The universe will start to co-create with you, and it will make it happen. And possibly in ways that you would never know, but you won't know unless you go out there and you go for it. And you're not hindered by the fact that you have a lack of money, or a lack of support, or lack of anything, because I promise you, there is no lack. This is a false limiting belief that there is so many resources for so many people on this earth, but there is enough. There is plenty to go around. And I do hope that you feel that, and you continue to to believe in your dreams, believe in yourself, because it always starts within. And if you can start to believe in yourself, then others will start to believe in you. And again, the universe will start to move with you. So just as a recap, some of those remedies to really help you get resourceful now and to make your dreams come true and not to have that feeling of lack of money that's holding you back is number one, accept that it may just take a little bit longer, and that's okay. That is totally okay. Moving at your own pace, building your life and your business on solid ground, not sand. Number two, spend your money on the right things, right? So really just want to be resourceful. Where are you spreading yourself in terms of your finances? Really maybe just tracking them and knowing that it's just going to be for a certain amount of time. It's not going to be forever. And keep tuning into that vision of what it is that you are sacrificing for, that feeling that you want in your life and that you want to cultivate. And then also, potentially consider spending money and investing in a private mentor, right? So someone that has been where you are, has made certain mistakes, and can guide you really eloquently and really expertly on your path. And of course, be curious. Be curious. How can you get an extra source of revenue? Whether it's selling something, whether it's doing something that is maybe a hobby, but then you end up turning it into a side business, a hustle, so that you can have an extra source of income. Or just ask to borrow. Ask to borrow. Advocate what it is that you want, what you want to cultivate in your life, and advocate that to your loved one, and ask. I think a lot of our spiritual journey is not just being able to receive, but being able to ask for support. We're not meant to do this life and this work by ourselves in a bubble. We're meant to do it together. And of course, ask for help. Ask for help, leverage your network, call in favors. You never know who knows who. And yeah, just get resourceful. Just realize how important this thing may be for you, the feeling that it brings you. Get creative, stay persistent, and you'll get resourceful.